Our last story tonight is about a drink that ancient Egyptian kings were buried with. In ancient China, people revered it as a god. In ancient Greece, poets said that drinking it is like tasting the pleasures of life before death. In case you haven't guessed it, I'm talking about wine. For centuries now, wine has had quite the fan following, but in the modern world, this fandom is slowly fading. The main trade body of wine has released a report. It looks at government data from around the world, and here's what it says. Last year, wine consumption hit its lowest level in decades. Global sales fell 3.3% compared to 2023. They reached about 214 million hectoliters. 1 hectoliter is 100 liters. So 214 million hectoliters seems like a very big number, but apparently it's not. It is the lowest global sales figure since 1961, the lowest in more than 60 years. So wine sales are in the red, and so is wine production, which has also hit the lowest level in more than 60 years. Production fell by 4.8% in 2024. Now, if you look closely, there are some anomalies, like India. India's vineyard area is growing dramatically. It is expanding at an annual rate of 4.5%. Or Spain and Portugal. These are among the few European markets where consumption has increased. Europe is the world's biggest wine producer. It accounts for nearly half of global sales. But last year, consumption fell by 2.8%. France is one of the key producers of wine. It consumed 3.6% less wine last year. And the US is in the same boat. It is the world's top wine consumer. It saw a fall of 5.8% last year. That's the US. And there is not one but three reasons why this is happening. One is health concerns. 2, change in consumption patterns. And 3, climate change. We'll start with the last one, climate change, global warming. It has fueled environmental extremes. It has hurt wine production. Take Italy, for instance. It used to be the world's top producer of wine, but extreme floods and droughts have ruined the crop. And in 2023, it lost the title of the biggest producer. Or look at the US. Last year, its wine output fell by about 17%, mainly because of extreme heat. And these examples are everywhere, but that's not the biggest reason why wine is falling out of favor. The biggest reason is health concerns. It's rising awareness about wine. You may have heard of the French paradox. This concept came up in the early 1990s. What is the French paradox? They said red wine was good for your heart. Moderate consumption of red wine will lower the risk of heart disease. Studies raved about the benefits of wine, and sales took a leap. For years, the wine industry has benefited from this notion. But here's the catch. Many of these studies were fueled by the alcohol industry. Basically, winemakers paid money to create this positive perception. They showed the benefits of drinking, and people bought their claims and their bottles. But that is no longer the case. Such research has long been debunked. People now know that there is no safe level of drinking any kind of alcohol, including wine. Nothing is safe. According to studies, 1 bottle of wine per week is as bad as 5 cigarettes for men and 10 for women. And consumers are increasingly aware about this risk. Now couple this with a third factor, the change in consumption patterns. Young people are having lesser wine. Experts say there is a generational fall in consumption. And those who want to are having trouble buying it. Because look at the cost. The average consumer now pays about 30% more for a bottle than in 2020. So prices have shot up dramatically. In the last 5 years, wine consumption has fallen by 12%. Simply put, the societal view of wine is changing. The industry is beset with challenges, and the future of wine is not looking good. It seems that wine o'clock will soon be marked with a glass half empty.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
The Prime Minister Modi.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.